appeal court ruling is welcome. It is a fresh motivation to destroy, kill, massacre, mutilate, and marginalize the indigenous people of Biafra, which is Igbos, the IPOB, and ESN, Nigerian military. In case you don't understand, as an Igbo man, as Oyibo, as a Westerner, please listen to this headline again. Appeal court ruling of affirming the prescription of IPOB as a terrorist organization by High Court. Appeal court have already certified it. They said it is a fresh motivation to kill, to destroy, to massacre, and to mutilate the indigenous people of Biafra, Eastern Security Network, Nigerian military boasted. Over 180 people have been killed in just 1 month in the Biafra territory. 21 billion naira extorted in 1 month in the Biafra territory. We're talking about 2025. On daily basis, my Biafran people are being killed at will. Before we come back here for more discussion, I want you to listen to these headlines, because these are the headlines we are going to dissect when we come back. But please do me a favor. Make sure that this message goes viral. Share it as many as possible. I made it mention of this thing yesterday. When I saw it in a blogger, some people attacked me and said I'm carrying propaganda, I'm carrying a fake news. Lie. That is what they keep saying. Now they have posted this news now, real news now. I'm reading it from nigerianews.com. When I said yesterday that they said shoot on sight anywhere you see any Biafra, any Igbo man, whether in Biafra territory or outside Biafra territory. So now it is now war against the Igbos. I'm not talking about the old Eastern region. It is war against the Igbos, who will always identify as indigenous people of Biafra, which is IPOB Igbos. Anywhere you find them, kill them. Anywhere you see them, massacre them. Are you hearing me now? There is a serious trouble going on in the southeast, or rather in the life of every average Igbo man. But my annoyance and my anger is that my people are still not doing anything about it. We say we have the so-called men on ground, or the so-called Ogenkere, who claim that they are the one now that is handling the affairs of men on ground. They are not doing anything. Fresh mind discuss ideas. Why low mindset discuss people? People of likewise mindset, they discuss ideas on how to move this thing forward. But why did these people choose to discuss persons instead of discussing the Biafran government and her territorial integrity? They are busy castigating Ngozi Orabueze. Have you seen it? Then the question there now is, how are we going to avoid all these things? Let me show you one other headlines so that you will understand that Ugoa Eberego Nambabu. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm going to equip myself and my entire family with whatever we can lay our hands on against intruders. Bello Tuji's foot soldiers killed 3 and abducted 24 people in fresh attack in Zamfara. It's the same Bello Tuji they said, oh, he's running around, he have gone underground, he has do this. According to the so-called idiot chief of defense staff, Christopher Musa, Christopher Musa, the so-called idiot Bello Metawale, who is a state chief of defense staff, Abi chief of a minister of defense for state. Chief of defense staff Christopher Musa go about circulating fake news, all in the name of, because one thing is for sure. The other day he came out and tell us that Bello Tunji now want to negotiation. He have already released people that they are holding, and very soon is going to surrender. My brother, there is a negotiation on the table now. Nobody will tell you this, but I'm telling you, there is a negotiation on the table. They want to give Bello Tunji GOC of one military camp. I mean, one barracks in the southeast to continue the killings. And I know say my word is they come somehow. There is negotiation on ground. Go and mark my word. Very soon you will hear that Bello Tunji have surrendered and they will reintegrate him into the society, into the military, and send him to be a GOC of one command with a different identity. How are you going to avert all this? Obinze and every other barracks in the southeast. My brother, let me just hold my statement. Men on the ground, take note. Bello to this, they say he don't go underground. His boys now are still operating, but he told us the other day that we have killed all his men. He have recovered arch of what do you call it? Arsenal of arms in Zamfara. Yet they still address Bello Tuji as a bandit. Then shoot on sight on any Biafran that they see anywhere, whether in Abuja, or in Lagos, or in Kano, or Kaduna. Notorious bandit leader Bugaje renounces crime, releases 50 kidnapped victims. What does this tell you? It is going back to repentance. They have surrendered. And with a promise, with a very big promise, these people are going into the bushes, where all these ones, into the forest with a megaphone, negotiating with them. Nigerian media house dare not carry it. They dare not. Any media house that carries it, that will be the end of that media house business. Yet, shoot Biafrans on sight. And my fellow Igbos, I watched Prince Francis Chilaka this morning with the so-called, what they call him, this Precious Enyi of VOP, where he is making killings in the southeast. But that is what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. That's what Simon Ekpa have been raising alarm since all this while. All of you who are condemning it now, call them names, call them hungry, call them all manner of names that never existed, just simply because you want to please your oppressors. Now, it is getting to the doorstep of everybody. Everybody go collect. Southwest now are crying. Sharia law. Sultan of Sokoto have given an instant information that Nigeria, the Muslims have every right to have their court anywhere they like. So in the Southwest, he said it's a must. It is a do or die. And it's going to stand from Oyo and Ogun State. Go and mark my word. I didn't say it for nothing. When I said it happens. At least 35 Nigerian soldiers have been killed by terrorists this month alone. P2B laments. 35 of them, none is in the southeast. All is in the northeast, northwest, and north central. But yet, shoot on sight anywhere you see any Biafran. My people, happy new month. It shall be well with all of us. We are going straight to the reason why we are here this morning. And after that, we then come back for more discussion. The Nigerian military has welcomed the appeal court ruling which affirmed the prescription of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Edward Buba, said the appeal court ruling was indeed a morale booster for the troops in the task of crushing the group and their armed sect known as Eastern Security Network. Nigeria News recalled that Court of Appeal in Abuja has upheld the 2018 ruling by the Federal High Court, which prescribed the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and classified it as a terrorist organization. The reviewing judgment on Thursday, a 3-member appellate court panel unanimously ruled that the Fulani government acted within the law in banning the group, citing its activities as a threat to national security and stability. Let me tell you one thing that our people don't know. The whole Igbos, both P2B, Obi Kubana, and all of them, if they said IPOB is a terrorist organization, just know it that P2B is a terrorist. Obi Kubana is a terrorist. All the whole governors, they are all terrorists because IPOB is not a cult. It simply means indigenous people of Biafra, which is the Igbos. If you say that you are not indigenous people of Biafra, then get ready to pack your things, pack your house, pack your land out of the Biafra territory. As simple as that. Because all these ones the government don't understand. All these ones in politics, they feel that, oh, IPOB is the people that is agitating. IPOB, just like you said, IPON, which is Indigenous People of Nigeria. The same way, IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra. So Peter Obi and the rest of them who never challenge this are also complicit. In fact, they are also terrorists. Peter Obi and the rest of the other, both Imoni, Demo, all of them, Joey Zaza, Zenko, all that keep silent on all this prescription, they are also equally a terrorist in the Biafra territory. So they should treat them equally as one. Okay, let us continue. Justice Hammer Baka, who delivered a lead judgment, dismissed IPOB's appeal, ruling that all issues raised by the group lacked merit. Reacting to the court ruling in the chat with Daily Trust, Buba said the military has been given a fresh motivation to kill, destroy all Igbos, IPOB, and ESN. The armed forces applaud the recent appeal court ruling, affirming the earlier declaration of IPOB as a terrorist group. The ruling is indeed a welcome development that further motivates troops to expedite action in destroying and dismantling the Igbos and the IPOB terror group and their ESN cohorts, Buba said. Bello 2 youthful soldiers, they don't kill 3 and abduct 24 people in fresh attack on Zamfara community. At least 3 individuals were reportedly killed and 24 others were kidnapped during recent bandit attacks on 4 communities within the Shinkafi local government area of Zamfara state. The assailants are believed to be affiliated with the infamous bandit leader Bello Tuji on Thursday. They targeted Shinkafi town as well as the village of Jangeru, Shanawa, and Birnin Yeru. Nigerian news gathered that the 3 people were killed and 9 others, including 4 women, were taken hostage in Shinkafi town during a brief operation. Additionally, the bandits attacked a mosque in Birnin Yeru village, resulting in the abduction of 8 individuals and injuries to several others. The assault reportedly occurred as villagers were concluding their 8 p.m. prayers, with the assailants firing multiple shots into the air, causing worshippers to flee in panic, according to the reports. The bandits succeeded in kidnapping 8 people, and several others who ran into the bush sustained varying degrees of injury. We are lucky no one lost his life during the encounter, a resident told the Daily Trust. Also in Shanawa village, the bandits abducted 4 people, while in Jangeru, a woman was abducted, but she was later abandoned in the bush a few kilometers away from the village. The resident said after abducting the woman, the bandits realized she could not endure trekking to their destination. Hence, they hit her head with a stick and she fainted. They abandoned her in the bush. The woman recovered around 3 a.m. and returned to the village in the morning. We were terrified by the attack because the terrorists came with guns and fired several shots indiscriminately. The attack on Shanawa village was coming just a day after 12 residents of the community was released after alleged payment of 12 million naira ransom. It was gathered that the bandits had warned 2 other villages in the local government, Kwari and Kuya, to either vacate their homes within 3 days or be sacked. And Buba is busy, seeing they have had motivation to kill, to maim, to massacre the Biafrans. On our way down, Nigerian military. However, a resident in Kuya village who preferred not to be mentioned said, "We have made our minds not to leave our homes. This time around, we will not comply with the bandit directive. We are tired of this kind of threat. We have resolved not to go anywhere. They have collected millions of naira from us in the name of levies and ransom. Now they want to chase us from our villages. This is unacceptable. We will not go anywhere. We are only calling on the government to provide us with security personnel so that together we will face the bandits whenever they come." They are telling people to vacate from their villages so that the bandits will take over their villages. And Buba was celebrating that the appeal court have given them right to massacre the whole Biafrans at will. Then when they kill us finish, the foreigners will come over and take our land, or rather take over our ancestral lands. On our way done, notorious bandit leader Bugaje renounces crime and releases 50 kidnapped victims. Feared bandit leader Kachala Bugaje has publicly renounced banditry and vowed to turn a new leaf alongside 50 of his fighters. In a 5-minute 42 seconds video published by security analyst and counter-insurgents expert Zagazola Makama, Bugaje stated that he now wishes to be addressed as a Zakiru Bugaje. He also denounced kidnapping and theft, pledging to abandon criminal activities for good. We abducted over 50 people but released them for free, Bugaje. Bugaje admitted to participating in numerous kidnapping, revealing how his group had abducted victims and demanded millions of naira in ransom. We have abducted over 50 people, called their families and demanded ransoms, some as high as 10 million naira, others 25 million naira, but we later release them without collecting a penny, out of the fear of God. He said, out of the fear of God. Okay. He repeatedly expressed remorse for his past actions and insisted he would no longer engage in criminality. In the video, Bugaje praised Prophet Muhammad and urged others still involved in banditry and criminal activities to renounce their ways. As part of his repentance, Bugaje released 50 kidnapped victims back to their families, signaling what he described as a fresh start. Bugaje's sudden renunciation has sparked mixed reactions, with some questioning his sincerity, while others view it as a potential breakthrough in the fight against insecurity. The last but not the least, at least 35 Nigerian soldiers have been killed by terrorists this month alone, Peter Obi laments. Former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Gregory Obi has mourned the death of soldiers of the Nigerian army who lost their lives in the line of duty. Peter Obi, in a statement on Friday, lamented that not less than 35 Nigerian soldiers have been killed in the line of duty by terrorists in January 2025 alone, including those who lost their lives during an attack on an army base in Borno State. He described the development as heartbreaking, but urged the Nigerian army to remain resolute in the fight against insecurity. Reports indicate that at least 35 Nigerian soldiers have been killed in the line of duty in this month of January alone. The most devastating of the attacks on our military men seems to be the terrorist attack on an army base in Malam Fatori town in Borno State, where about 20 Nigerian soldiers lost their lives. This is totally condemnable. Our courageous soldiers have remained resolute in the fight against insecurity. It is utterly heartbreaking to read the reports of their tragic deaths, orchestrated by terrorists, he wrote via his X account. Similarly, the former Anambra State governor also lamented the death of soldiers in Lagos State on Friday, who were killed by a vehicle who lost control. While commiserating with the families of those affected, Obi encouraged the soldiers to keep their morale high as they carry out their constitutional duties despite the painful attacks and deaths. Sadly, this month too, I read the unpleasant report of the unfortunate death of about 4 soldiers in Lagos. A vehicle was reported to have lost control, crashed into the soldiers outside the barracks. I sincerely condole with the families of all the dead soldiers and the Nigerian army over these tragic incidents. I encourage them not to be dispirited by these painful attacks, but be strengthened their resolve to stamp out this monster of insecurity from our nation. May God grant eternal to the dead, grant us all the fortitude to bear the losses, and grant quick healing to the injured. It will be concluded. So, my people, I don't hear everything the way it is. Ndị Igbo, now the ball is in your court. Defend your territory against the invaders of Nigerian military, or remain silent forever. Like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos. And I will hear my voice again when I come back. Kemesiano.